Tucked inside a weathered brownstone on Chicago's north side, it had everything Melissa James thought she needed to start over. Natural light, hardwood floors, and, most importantly, cheap rent. After a draining breakup and crashing on her cousin's couch for 3 months, Melissa was eager for a fresh start. Something about the listing called to her. Cozy, safe, and affordable. It read, just one roommate, male, late 20s, quiet and respectful, the ad said. At 25, Melissa wasn't naive. She knew moving in with a male stranger could be risky, but her budget was tight, and the apartment was close to her new job at an architecture firm downtown. She figured she could handle herself, and besides, the guy seemed normal during their FaceTime interview. His name was Tyler Beckett. Glasses, calm demeanor, programmer, like jazz music and cooking. He barely looked up from his desk during the call, but he'd smiled and said, "I mostly keep to myself." That was good enough for her. Within days, Melissa had moved in with 2 suitcases and a half-built IKEA bed. Apartment 3B had an old charm to it. Creaky floors, antique doorknobs, and a clawfoot tub in the bathroom. Tyler had already decorated most of the shared spaces with muted colors and minimal furniture. No mess, no clutter. The place was eerily perfect. Tyler barely emerged from his room. He worked odd hours and never invited anyone over. Sometimes Melissa would hear the soft tapping of his keyboard at 3 a.m. or the faint sound of opera playing through the wall. Their interactions were cordial. Good morning? Good night. Need anything from the store? Everything seemed fine, until the humming started. It began one night around 2 a.m. Melissa was half asleep when she heard it. Low and steady, like someone whispering a lullaby behind the wall. She thought maybe it was Tyler's music, but when she pressed her ear to the wall, the sound stopped. She got back into bed, chalking it up to the building's quirks. Then it happened again, and again, every few nights, always between 2 and 3 a.m. Melissa asked Tyler casually one morning, "Hey, do you listen to music at night? I heard humming last night." He didn't even look up from his coffee. Must be the pipes. This place is old. But the sound wasn't pipes. It was a voice, and she could swear it was humming her favorite childhood lullaby. Then came the smell. A strange, sweet, metallic scent started wafting from under Tyler's door. Melissa first noticed it while doing laundry. She knocked, worried something was burning. No answer. The smell vanished the next day, but it returned again, stronger. Melissa's instincts flared. That weekend, while Tyler was out, she tried the doorknob to his room. Locked. She crouched down, heart pounding, and peered through the keyhole. Total darkness. Not even light from a screen. Nothing. Something wasn't right. That night, she stayed up late, pretending to sleep with her bedroom door cracked. Around 2:13 a.m., the humming returned, clearer this time. She tiptoed to the hallway. Tyler's door was wide open, and he was standing in the middle of the living room, completely still, facing the wall, humming softly. Melissa froze. She didn't breathe. After nearly a full minute, Tyler turned slowly, like a statue coming to life. Their eyes met. He smiled faintly. "Couldn't sleep either?" he asked, voice smooth and quiet. Melissa lied. "Just getting water." She didn't sleep that night. She didn't know that Tyler Beckett had a sealed juvenile record, or that 6 years earlier, a girl named Amanda Lee had disappeared after moving into a basement apartment with a quiet roommate. Melissa didn't mention the incident the next morning. She couldn't. How do you explain to someone that you caught them standing motionless in a dark living room humming a lullaby at 2 a.m.? Especially when that someone now acted like it never happened. Tyler was cheerful at breakfast. Almost too cheerful. He had cooked pancakes and left a plate on the table for her, saying, "You've been working hard. Thought you could use a treat." He smiled, but the corners of his eyes didn't crinkle. It was a smile Melissa didn't trust. Still, she forced a thanks and sat down, trying to act normal. Inside, her stomach twisted. Something was wrong with Tyler. That day at work, she couldn't concentrate. The office buzzed with phone calls and clacking keyboards, but her mind kept circling back to that eerie humming and the look on Tyler's face in the dark. She couldn't unsee it. That hollow smile, those lifeless eyes. Her coworker Amanda. Yes, same name as the missing girl she didn't yet know about, noticed. "You okay, Mel? You've been spacing out all day." Melissa hesitated. Then she said it. "My roommate's weird. Like not just awkward weird. Creepy weird." Amanda raised an eyebrow. "Move out. I just got in. I signed a 6-month lease. Break it. Trust your gut." Melissa smiled weakly. "I'll be fine." But she wasn't. That night, she got home to find the lights dimmed. Jazz music spilled softly from the kitchen, and Tyler was chopping vegetables with unnerving precision. He wore an apron, his sleeves rolled up, revealing faint scars along his forearms. He looked up. "Hope you're hungry." Melissa swallowed hard. "Actually, I'm not feeling great. Gonna lie down." She didn't eat. She locked her door and pushed her dresser in front of it. At 2:12 a.m., the humming came again. Louder this time. It wasn't coming from his room. It was in the hallway. She got out of bed and crouched, eye to the keyhole. Tyler was pacing, barefoot, dragging something heavy behind him. The hallway light flickered. She gasped too loud. He stopped. "Melissa!" His voice floated to the door. "Are you awake?" Silence. "I thought I heard you." She didn't respond, didn't move. She waited minutes that felt like hours. Eventually, the humming faded. The next morning, Melissa found nothing out of place. No marks on the floor. No dragging sounds on the walls. She began to wonder if she was losing it. But that afternoon, she saw the envelope, slipped halfway under her bedroom door. No name, just a piece of paper folded twice. Inside, a printed photo of her, sleeping. Melissa's heart stopped. Her mind screamed, "Who took this? How?" Her blinds were shut, her door locked. She ran to Tyler's room. Door locked. She banged. He opened slowly, towel over his shoulder, wet hair. "Hey," he said, surprised. "Everything okay?" She stared at him, trembling. How did you?" He looked genuinely confused. Or he was a very, very good actor. "I don't know what you're talking about," he said calmly. She showed him the photo. He took it, eyes scanning. Then he frowned. "Where did you get this?" "It was under my door." He blinked. "I swear, this isn't me. Maybe someone got in." Melissa wanted to scream, but part of her wasn't sure anymore. Was she being gaslit? Was he that good at lying? Or was there someone else? That night, she installed a door alarm from CVS. Nothing fancy, just something loud. She also checked every window, all locked. She wedged a broomstick into her window frame, just in case. And then, around 3 a.m., her door alarm went off. It wasn't loud enough to wake the neighborhood, but it was loud enough to jolt Melissa out of bed, heart racing. She grabbed her phone and a metal lamp. The door was still shut, locked, but the alarm was on the floor, broken, snapped in half. Tyler knocked seconds later, bleary-eyed. "What happened? Are you okay?" She didn't open. "Someone was in my room." "What?" "I didn't hear anything." "Of course you didn't," she snapped. "Melissa," he said softly, "maybe you're stressed. You've been on edge lately. Work, moving, it's a lot. Do you want me to sleep on the couch tonight? Would that help?" It was the calmness in his voice that chilled her, like he had rehearsed it. "No," she said. "I'm fine." But that was a lie. The next day, she called the landlord, told them she needed out of the lease immediately. They said no. So Melissa did what anyone in her situation might do. She started digging online, and what she found was worse than anything she imagined. There was no record of a Tyler Beckett renting that apartment. But 6 years ago, a tenant named Ethan Beckett had lived in 3B, and his roommate had vanished. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. The silence in apartment 3B had taken on a strange weight. After the incident with the screaming neighbor and Riley's disturbing journal entries, Maya found herself walking on eggshells around her own home. The cheerful energy that had once filled the apartment now felt like a distant memory, replaced by the stifling tension that made her chest tighten the moment she stepped through the door. Every morning, she noticed Riley already awake, sitting in the living room with her eyes fixed on the TV, but never really watching. Her phone was always clutched in one hand, fingers scrolling endlessly through feeds filled with serial killer trivia, obscure Reddit threads, and psychological crime podcasts. Maya knew this because she had checked Riley's public playlists and saw titles like How to Make Someone Disappear and Inside the Mind of a Sociopath. It wasn't just a quirky interest anymore. It felt like something darker, something personal. Maya's growing fear. One afternoon, Maya arrived home early to grab a forgotten charger. She pushed the door open quietly, assuming Riley wasn't home. But what she found made her skin crawl. Riley was in the kitchen, speaking to herself in a low murmur, slicing something on the cutting board. Not food, but what looked like plastic limbs from a mannequin. They were burnt and scratched, and she was arranging them meticulously into a bowl. Maya stepped back out of the apartment and stood frozen in the hallway for nearly 10 minutes, heart pounding. When she finally re-entered with forced footsteps, Riley looked up and smiled sweetly. "Hey, just working on an art piece," she said. But Maya didn't buy it. She began documenting everything. She took photos of the mannequin limbs when Riley was out. She screen-recorded TikToks Riley had posted and later deleted. One where she lip-synced to a song about murder, wearing what looked like Maya's missing hoodie. Another clip featured the apartment hallway with a cryptic caption, "You never know who's next." The more Maya looked, the more she found. She even went back to the ad Riley had posted on the roommate finder site. The listing was oddly specific. Looking for quiet, non-nosy roommate. Must not have pets. Willing to sign a non-disclosure agreement. It seemed benign at the time. Now it reeked of premeditation. The night of the hidden camera. Determined to uncover more, Maya installed a hidden camera in her bedroom. Paranoia had taken over her logic. Her mind raced every time she returned home. What if Riley was going through her stuff while she was out? What if she was being watched? It didn't take long for her fears to be confirmed. The footage showed Riley entering her room at 3:14 a.m., wearing gloves. She rummaged through drawers, picked up Maya's toothbrush and phone charger, and then stared directly at the camera. Not by accident. She smiled. She knew. The next morning, Maya packed a bag and left for a friend's house without saying a word. She handed the footage to the police, but without a direct crime committed. They said their hands were tied. "She hasn't physically harmed you yet," the officer said, shrugging. "But yeah, that's weird." Maya felt like she was screaming into a void. No one could help her. Riley hadn't broken the law yet, but something awful was brewing. The discovery in the basement. Determined to gather more evidence, Maya did something risky. She broke into the storage unit in the building's basement. Riley had always been secretive about it. She'd claimed it was just boxes of old clothes. But Maya had a hunch. What she found made her knees buckle. Inside were sealed plastic containers, each meticulously labeled. Some had wigs, ID cards, and personal journals. Others contained memorabilia, earrings, lipstick, and driver's licenses. All belonged to women. There were even newspaper clippings, missing college students still unfound, and police baffled by disappearances in tri-state area. At the very back, Maya found a box labeled pending. Inside was a photo of her. A note was paperclipped to it. "Too nosy. May need to move the timeline up. Too late to run." Maya ran. She sprinted out of the basement and tried to call 911, but there was no signal in the parking garage. She jumped into her car, but as she turned the key, nothing. Dead. Her phone buzzed with a message. "Riley, you should have just minded your business." As Maya looked up, Riley stepped into the garage, calm and composed, holding something metallic in her hand. And just as quickly, headlights appeared. Maya's friend Bree, who she'd called earlier, had shown up unannounced. Riley turned and fled. The police arrived minutes later. Maya handed over everything, the photos, footage, the journal pages. Riley was gone, but the mask had finally slipped. The moment the maintenance team drilled into the wall behind the bathroom cabinet in apartment 3B, The scent hit like a freight train. A nauseating, sweetly putrid stench rolled out, unmistakable and unforgettable decay. The team stumbled back, eyes wide in horror. What they found next would make headlines and break hearts. Behind the wall, hidden behind the drywall, was a large garbage bag wrapped in layers of duct tape. Inside was a decomposing human torso, later confirmed to be Maria's. The remains were stuffed with bleach-soaked towels and dryer sheets in a desperate attempt to mask the smell. Police arrived within minutes, securing the building and evacuating nearby units as a full forensic investigation was launched. DNA confirmed the body parts belonged to Maria Jenkins. It wasn't just a murder. It was a calculated dismemberment designed to erase her existence. Tyler's sudden absence. As the investigation intensified, it was discovered that Tyler hadn't shown up for work in 5 days. His phone was disconnected, and social media accounts were wiped clean. Surveillance footage showed him leaving the building at 2:03 a.m. days before the discovery, wearing gloves and dragging a duffel bag. Detectives tracked his financial trail. There was a last ATM withdrawal in a nearby town and then nothing. It was like he vanished. The hidden diary. While sweeping Tyler's now empty bedroom, detectives found something strange behind the headboard. A composition notebook. Inside were pages of unsettling writing. Dark fantasies, stalking details, and obsessive thoughts about Maria. In one passage, he wrote, "She thinks she's better than me, but we're the same. I know how to make her listen." This diary became the chilling window into Tyler's disturbed mind. It revealed a side of him no one had ever seen. Paranoid, resentful, and violent. He had documented everything. Maria's routines, her texts, and even his growing desire to stop the noise. Neighbors speak out. In interviews with media, neighbors started piecing together odd memories. "He always walked like he had a secret," one said. "He once told me he hated loud women." Another recalled a night when Tyler was scrubbing the hallway carpet at 3 a.m., said it was coffee. She added, "But it smelled like bleach." A neighbor from the floor below said she'd heard a loud thump the night Maria disappeared, followed by muffled dragging sounds. She hadn't reported it, figured it was just late-night moving. Now she lived with guilt, public shock, and media frenzy. News outlets picked up the story. Young woman murdered by roommate in seemingly safe building. Photos of Maria smiling on vacation and graduation were spliced beside grim footage of the body bag being wheeled out. Social media exploded with hashtags like #JusticeForMaria and #3BHorror. Comment sections filled with shock and outrage. "She tried to be nice to him," one post read. "This is what she got." An international manhunt begins. With Tyler still on the run, law enforcement issued a nationwide manhunt. Border alerts were posted, and Interpol was notified. But Tyler seemed to have planned this. He had no close relatives, few financial records, and now no digital footprint. It was like hunting a ghost. But the FBI was closing in, especially after they discovered a clue hidden in a chilling place. Maria's deleted voicemail. The voicemail. Forensics recovered a deleted voicemail from Maria's phone, time-stamped 2 days before her death. In it, she whispered, "I think Tyler's watching me sleep. I woke up and he was just standing there. I'm really scared." It was the last message she ever recorded. For weeks, authorities searched every possible lead. Tyler Benson had vanished without a trace. His name was plastered on digital billboards. True crime podcasts speculated on his whereabouts, and online sleuths dissected every frame of surveillance footage. But nothing concrete surfaced. Then, just when the case felt cold, a quiet break came from the most unexpected place. A tip from a gas station clerk. It happened in a sleepy town just outside Boise, Idaho. A gas station clerk called in a suspicious man who paid in cash, kept his hood up, and avoided eye contact. What stood out was the customer's strange question. If someone needed to live off-grid, where could they hide? The clerk didn't think much of it until he later saw Tyler's face on a true crime YouTube channel. He called the tip line immediately. Surveillance confirmed it. Tyler was alive, hiding in plain sight. The mountain cabin standoff. A search team was dispatched to a remote rental cabin in the Sawtooth Mountains. When agents approached, they found makeshift traps outside the door and the windows covered with newspaper and tinfoil. Tyler had clearly prepared for a siege. FBI negotiators tried to make contact. No response. At 3:42 a.m., SWAT made entry. Inside, they found Tyler, alive, holding a knife, surrounded by drawings of Maria's face on the walls. He didn't fight. He simply whispered, "I knew you'd come." The interrogation. In custody, Tyler was eerily calm. He didn't deny the crime. "She wasn't who she said she was," he muttered. "She tricked everyone. I saw the truth." When asked why he killed her, Tyler responded chillingly, "Because she was going to leave. She saw me, and you don't leave once you see someone like me." He gave detailed confessions. How he planned it, how he hid her remains, how he almost turned himself in but liked the silence too much. Every word made headlines. Courtroom shockwaves. Tyler Benson stood trial for first-degree murder, unlawful disposal of human remains, and obstruction of justice. The courtroom was packed with journalists and true crime fans alike. Maria's family sat front row, holding her graduation photo. Prosecutors presented overwhelming evidence. The diary, the voicemail, the body, the timeline. Tyler's defense tried to plead insanity, but psychologists declared him dangerously lucid. The jury deliberated for less than 5 hours. Verdict: guilty on all counts. Life in prison without parole. Maria's legacy. In the aftermath, Maria's family launched the Roommate Awareness Foundation, helping students and young professionals vet living arrangements, perform background checks, and report disturbing behavior. Her story became a cautionary tale. Not all red flags wave in the open. The final twist. Just weeks after the trial, investigators reopened a missing persons file from Tyler's past. An old roommate from college, disappeared during senior year, was never found. They're now looking deeper, wondering, was Maria truly the first? And if not, how many others might be hidden behind another wall, in another safe apartment? Deadly roommate. The hidden danger in apartment 3B ends here, but the message is clear. Sometimes the person sleeping one room away is hiding something far more dangerous than anyone could imagine. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell.